We're live now. Do I have my mic? Yeah. Ah.
You're
Welcome.
not sharing your thing.
What?
Your thing. You're not sharing it.
Oh, right. Hold on.
Yeah. So that way I can.
There we go. All right. Now, the music is potent. Yeah. Let me just turn it out a little bit down. Okay. Now. Welcome everybody. We have another guest today, and if you for some reason see a number 10 on the title, it's wrong. Technically, this is episode number 9 of the show, and we have technically the first of I do want to believe many round twos. We have Midori back again for another round, and really close to the episode 10 though. Welcome back, Midori.
It's good to be back. You can't get rid of me that easily.
Of course I can. But yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Yes, you can. You can never get rid of me.
No, of course
I'm everywhere.
I can. Of course I can. You're everywhere. You can just glitch out of existence if you want at this point.
I can literally no clip into your walls as we speak.
Yeah, or the chair. Well, technically you're doing that on the chair, but whatever. At this point, that's something we don't need.
Yeah,
to
but
talk.
I digress.
So yeah, we have him for an episode 2 because, like I said before on Twitter, this is technically a special occasion since, hey table, a special occasion since this is a little bit of an experiment plus a little bit of an affiliate push. I'm trying to test myself on like having a month full of like guesses, so it will be a perfect fit to have Midori back for this month specifically. So yeah, and this time we have something we didn't have like last time he was here, which is a customized playlist by himself. I usually have the tradition to ask the guest if they can to give me a 15-song playlist on YouTube, and some guesses prove that they can give me more or less than that. So Midori here just with a whopping 20 songs.
I give you 20 because I'm indecisive as hell.
Exactly, and that's fine. So let me see. Yeah, okay. So
for those who are just joining, should I give a quick introduction?
Please do.
So yeah, as Den said, he's Den. So you know him already. I hope you know him because it's his channel. But to those that don't know me, top of the morning, good afternoon, Fuck, I already messed up my opening slate. Top of the morning, afternoon, evening. My name is Mega Alexiel. You may also know me as Midori Alexiel. I am your local glitchy art demon, local shit poster, funny man artist. I scream into mics for a living. And I am the leader of the Stream Shack, a little cabin in cyberspace or some shit. I don't know. Still trying to get the roadmap out on that one.
But yeah.
Like I said, I'm still workshopping that.
I mean, that's fine. It's still a good name though. Do I say it? Diaz with one extra S?
Oh god, do we want to talk about that?
Nah. Just pointing it out. It's a little bit funny.
To give context, my own personal Discord server, it's named the Alexiel Stream Shack server. Like, that is its official name. One of my mods pointed out to me that the abbreviation is ass with 3 S's. And I just can't bring it upon myself to change it. So it is staying like that, and there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, there is something I can do about it, but I'm choosing not to.
I mean, it gives a charm, I guess.
Yeah, it gives it the charm. It gives me all the ass that I lack. Don't take that out of context.
Okay, we're starting strong here.
That's going in the highlight reel for sure.
For sure.
It's going in both our highlight reels.
I never thought
Oh, you got
of
the
that.
little emo wall thing!
Yeah? Well, that's the thing I had a long time ago, but since
Yeah,
I don't see
it kind of scared me when I saw John's head just show up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I also
Table, how have you not realized that?
have.
It's been around for a year. How are you just noticing that?
I mean, I didn't notice until you pointed it out to me, but yeah, still.
Okay, fair.
But yeah. About the highlight reels, yeah. I also, besides doing my own on my YouTube channel, I also edit for him with his highlight reels. That's something I'm going to start doing for other people, I hope. But yeah. What is that? I never think
exactly what it looks like. It's Toon Link Table looking very annoyed.
He's high. That doesn't look annoyed. That looks high. Like he's
Nah, he just looks
drooling.
like he's saying bruh.
He's drooling. Also, my bottle is acting funky. But whatever. Yeah.
What if I told you that's his only emote?
I do believe it. I just have.
At least that I'm aware of.
I just have this and this.
Oh,
I need to
remind me to
this.
actually. Remind me to actually send him the concept that I doodled.
Oh shit, for sure. It's got new. Of course it did.
What, the fucking monkey?
That's yeah. I have to admit, for something that just spawned out of the spot, that ended up being really funny. Fucking Metal Gear 3. Yeah, it's in my only emote right now. I assume they will get more. Okay, so what do we start here? Okay, so I need you to explain me something. There is something he told me before we start the stream. Some songs on the playlist are from a DMC4 pachinko machine.
Oh my god, I had a feeling you were gonna start with that.
I mean,
okay,
it's a pretty interesting. How the fuck did you find this?
Well, first off, they're on YouTube.
I know, but
you just gotta search them.
Yeah, but how did you find about the pachinko machine itself? Like,
well,
that's usually.
I knew the pachinko machines existed, and I knew that Devil May Cry for the longest time was relegated to pachinko machines. Just there's a fly. Die, monster! Ow!
Ow.
That hurt like a bitch. But yeah, the pachinko machines have been around in Japan for a good while, and I think there's a few in America. There used to be. There's a Dave & Buster's like that used to be down the road, not down the road, but a good drive into town, and they used to have one. They had it was Devil May Cry 4X The Last Judgment. It was that crossover, and the music is publicly available. Like, it's not on Spotify, unfortunately. It's not on any other wink wink nudge nudge sites. I wish, but you can find some of them on YouTube. How I found the songs is you ever heard of Amaze Gaming?
Amaze Gaming.
He's the guy who does a few. I think he used to do Yakuza mod content, but now he just does Devil May Cry.
Huh.
And he's the guy with the Friday night outro with Dante dancing.
Oh.
It's like, objection, Your Honor, cue Amaze Gaming's Friday night outro, and it's like, bow, 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 and it's just like it goes into that.
God damn it.
Like that whole shindig. I'll send you. Actually, I'll send that video later to you if you're curious, because
sure.
a few songs from that video that he uploaded on like underrated Devil May Cry music, and believe me when I say this, all of it is like underrated. If you're curious on what you would like to hear from these, I would highly recommend. It's in the playlist, so it might come up soon. There's Devil Moon, which is Virgil's theme from CR Devil May Cry, and then there's Devil Bringer, which is Nero's theme. And I kind of had a hot take about this, like off stream, where I said Devil Moon was better than Bury the Light. I don't actually mean that. I like both songs equally. However, if I was to take a story standpoint and like objectively analyze the two, like on a lyric standpoint, Devil Moon wins over that because it just tells his story a lot better. But at the same time, Bear the Light is rad as fuck. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you have a
yeah.
few here from the DMC. I'm surprised I'm not seeing anything from like DMC 1 to 3 and like the OG game.
I would have put Divine Hate on there because I fucking love that song from 3, but it is either, it's like, do I want Devil Never Cry or do I want Divine Hate? Which one do I fancy? But then I went into the mindset of which one can I sing better? Spoiler, Divine Hate's the one I can sing better because most of it is just the angelic lyrics or something.
Huh. But yeah, that's a good mentality for picking some songs. If I were me, I will just pick some, I don't know, whatever, Killer Instinct.
Yeah,
or...
like that's what I mean by like that's what I meant in DMs earlier when I said I was gonna include some that I know you might like or find interesting. Those two DMC Pachinko songs were the ones I was referring to.
Oh, I thought you were referring to the another version of Lurid the Light you put in here.
Oh, the Mission 20 version from 5 SE? Yeah. That you've heard that version before.
Yeah, I heard it. The another version. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's that's not what I was referring to. I was referring to the Pachinko DMC songs, the Emergence cover that's in there. Actually, that's the same one I use as my starting soon music. Actually,
a commission over.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't a commission for me. It was a commission for another guy's combo video.
I do believe it. Yeah.
But I did message them saying, hey, is it okay if I use this as a stream starting screen? Like, I know this is made for someone else, but I just felt like asking first. It was like, I don't care, as long as you put my name somewhere. And so, yeah, I just have him credited on my... Like, I have, like, text in the bottom left corner that it'll say the song name, and I like to include the game or the composer if I can remember them off the top of my head. And since Casual Toast made that specific cover, I have it as Casual Toast, Emergence, Raging Storm. And I just have in brackets cover, since, you know, it's... The original song does not have lyrics. This version does.
Ooh.
That's probably not what's playing on stream right now. I don't even know what's playing on stream.
It's a metal cover of Palladium's Drive.
Oh, Palladium's Drive. Yeah, I had to put some Klonoa music in there.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
That was my very first starting soon music, actually.
Huh.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm hearing something outside. Don't worry about it.
I thought you looked at me like that one Kermit the Frog gif, where it's like you can't see it because I'm just a JPEG, but like, fucking no, that's Jesse's field. Nah, I'm just a PNG.
I'm just a JPEG.
God, with how often I see him say like, "Bro, I'm a JPEG tuber," he's rubbed off on me, whether he realizes it or not.
Bro, what the hell?
What were we talking about again?
I don't know. We were on the segue there. I was just hearing something outside.
Yeah, you were hearing noises.
Which I do believe I want to check that out a little bit. Hold on. I might go to the BRB screen just real quick.
Alrighty.
With BRB, okay? And it just falls down. Okay. So yeah. Let's see what else do I. Oh yeah, the Klonoa. The Klonoa remakes are out right now, right? You finally get it.
Fucking buy them! What are you waiting for? We have been waiting 14 years for this!
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. The moment Klonoa came up, you know I was gonna like yell about it.
Yeah. That's why
And,
I bring it up.
Speaking of bringing things back, I feel like this is a tradition at this point. Bring back Earthworm Jim!
God damn it!
That's like
Bro.
the highlight from the last stream for me. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's
For
just
me, it was
both
the
of
first
us.
word.
Yeah, like we brought up Bubsy or something.
Yeah, we
And you were
brought
like,
up
how is he still alive? And I was like, who, Bubsy? He's like, yeah, like we memed him back into existence.
twice.
God, yeah, the fact he came back twice. I'm probably giving Table war flashbacks with warm flashback. Wow, don't take that out of context. But like fucking, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, we're probably giving him war flashbacks just by simply mentioning Bubsy.
What, did he play 3D on stream?
I don't think he hates himself that much.
Ah.
He has some standards.
I don't believe it.
But yeah, like back on topic to the Klonoa remakes. I have fallen in love with these games all over again. This game has a fucking chokehold on me. Send help. I am fighting back. I am fighting back every urge to just play through the rest of Klonoa 2. I think I'm at the halfway point. I want to do the rest of it on game clearing. I've been replaying Mira Mira Mountain over and over with the Wahoo Stomp blaring in my ears.
Oh, did you do that thing you said you will do? Use the cover from Corona and the other Whole Life Girl on one of the playthroughs of one specific level that song is from?
Mount Mira Mira.
Mm-hmm.
The level I just referenced.
Mm-hmm. Did you use that song on that?
I literally said, I was like, oh, I'm probably just gonna blare this while I'm doing a level, but nah, the original Wahoo Stomp, nothing... Okay, it's actually called Stepping Wind, but I call it Wahoo Stomp. Because that's what Taika no Tatsujin calls it, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't even know that song was in that game until somebody told me. They were like, hey, there's a Klonoa song in this game. I was like, are you kidding me?
Well, fuck, bro.
But speaking of Scrimblow Blimblows, the lovable Scrunglows, just a little scrungly. I can picture the Eric Andre edit of you as we speak. The fucking what are you making that smug face at me for? Motherfucker. But yeah, nah. Do you I'm gonna pin this question on you. Do you have any platformers you want coming back besides little Wahoo boy? I mean, we already mentioned Jim, so I feel like he's out of the playing cards.
Hold on. There was one, but hold on. I need to remember. Well, besides Spyro, you know, like Spyro is a new game besides the remakes.
Well, yeah, Spyro and Crash had a resurgence lately. I'm very content. I feel like we're both content with that.
Oh,
like
for
Crash
sure.
got the Insane trilogy and Crash 4, which I'm surprised neither of us brought either of the remasters up.
I mean,
time.
I still need to play for the Reignited trilogy from Spyro, but I already can tell you because I tested out at least Spyro 1 on that. The game's still the same. Like, it's just a new coat of paint on an old game.
It's a loving recreation. It's like
it's kind of the same treatment they did to Crash Insane trilogy. It's the exact same thing.
Insane and Reignited. So little fun developer fact that I learned from a documentary on YouTube is that so I know Toys for Bob did this. I don't know if Vicarious Visions did it too, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering, to those that have played the original Spyro games and played Reignited, So this example only works with Spyro. I can't say the same for Crash, because unfortunately, I didn't play the original versions of those games much, but I did play all the way through Insane, so I somewhat know what I'm talking about in that field.
Come on.
But Spyro physics-wise feels a little off, right? Crash also feels a little off from what I remember. So they did that thing that Grezzo did with the Zelda 3D remix, where they took the source code, they ran it through an emulator, and they basically rebuilt the game world by scratch using emulator data. And it's like it's taking the source code and just putting a new coat of paint on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so fucking cool because you don't see many devs do that. Like, some just don't care. Like, let me give an example here. So, Devil May Cry 1.
Right.
If you were to take that game, run it through an emulator, and rebuild the whole game in like the RE engine, and like basically make it like 5 or hell even 4, then you would be able to do that with the current tech we have. Now, but that also would depend. Do you want photorealistic Devil May Cry 1 remake, or do you want like classic gothic horror kind of in the style of DMC4? Like, honestly, I'm okay with either.
I mean, it doesn't sound that bad if you think about it, because the RE engine works with DMC1 since DMC1 in and of itself, it started as Resident Evil, so technically it works with the aesthetic.
Yeah, Devil May Cry did start as Resident Evil 4, like...
And the photorealistic
the old
puppets, the photorealistic spiders, and all of the monsters itself, I think they will benefit with the HD treatment from the RE engine.
Fucking... Can you just imagine, since you played through 1 recently for the first time...
I'm still on. I'm still playing, but yeah.
Well, okay, I'm not going to say much regarding endgame stuff then, but seeing as how I've played those games numerous times, like to the point where it's kind of an unhealthy obsession. I wouldn't say obsession, but it's like... I know enough about those games to pinpoint when something's wrong, or if something's not right, but I feel if Capcom was to take DMC 1 and hell, probably even 2, and slap them in the RE engine, tweak a few things, add new content, like cut stuff, they could make a bomb-ass remake.
Oh, for sure.
And... like, you brought up Phantom, and you didn't bring up Griffin, but I'll bring up Griffin here. So, the Phantom and Griffin fights would be a lot more spectacular, because, well,
I mean,
Phantom...
I hate the second Griffin fight. I really do. That boat is just a nightmare.
The second Griffin fight... second Griffin fight can go dry up, for all I care. Like, that second fight sucked, but... like, in the case of Phantom, like, Phantom and Griffin would look cool as hell.
Especially Phantom, since Phantom's design can be really, like, the inspiration for the Resident Evil 7
like
monsters.
A lava scorpion spider, how often do you see that? Like, I know Bayonetta 3 is bringing back that same concept. She even has like the little knock on his head. Like, I hope to God... I can't wait to play that, because I want to see if she says, "What a big surprise! I hope for your sake you've got something hidden inside that big body of yours." That sounded like a very flamboyant Joseph Joestar.
Yeah. Oh. There's the delivery. This is the delivery. I'm going to... Okay, so... in the VRV screen, I'm not going to, because this guy has some words to say, so I'm just going to mute myself.
Uh-oh. Well, since it's just me here, if you have Twitch Prime, you should totally use it to subscribe to your favorite streamer of choice. Maybe the streamer that you're watching currently. Actually, he doesn't have that available yet. But when he does have it available, fucking use it. He's trying his best out here. It won't be with your own money. It'll be Jeff Bezos' money. Yeah, don't think I wasn't gonna reference that. Okay, wait, yeah, I'm just seeing your message. You don't own any Bubsy games? I thought you did. That's interesting. I could have sworn that you did. Or maybe... No. No, it wasn't you. It wasn't you that owned it. It was someone else I was thinking of. Never mind. Wait, what was I talking about before? Like... Of course you would. Yeah, of fucking course I would. But yeah, no, the I can quickly finish my point about like Phantom in the remake, like hypothetical remake. All I'm saying is Lava Spider in HD photorealism would look fucking cool as hell.
For sure it will.
Welcome back, Dan.
Hey.
But yeah, the I totally didn't take a jab at Jeff Bezos using Prime subs, using his own money to subscribe to people who need it more.
I mean, I could get them, but not in a
Once
rush.
you get the means to accept subscriptions, get ready for a flood of them. Hopefully you get a flood of them.
I really do wish I could get that, but not until I get at least affiliate. That's part of the reason why I want affiliate. You said it's not worth it doing a push for affiliate and go directly for partner, but it is worth it if you want the gift subs and you.
Well, no,
like,
that's not exactly what I meant. I meant like affiliate wouldn't be worth it in the grand scheme of things. Like there's like a lot of a read between the lines sort of thing with affiliate, but partner.
I mean, I know.
You get rewards for both, so it's whatever. Yeah. It's like.
I mean, in my case, I want affiliate not for the money, but for the stuff I can do with affiliate. I can get the subs, yeah. I don't care about how many the cut is between Twitch and me, but I want the emotes and the channel points. I have some plans for the channel points that I need affiliate for. I prepare one special surprise for that. If I get affiliate...
So you're saying I get to throw bathtubs at you, is what you're trying to say?
I wish. No, it's something more funny than that.
Is it sound redeems?
Yes and no. It's something better than that.
Oh yeah, there was a few that you wanted me to make for you.
No, there is something I was making. I showed you before. So, you remember some streamers have some, like, redeem to get a PNG or a little mascot to show up and, like, talk with text-to-speech? Just citing that message?
Oh, yeah, Snap had something like that.
That's the thing I want to implement when I get affiliate.
Yeah.
That would be actually really funny.
Yeah, that would... Oh, God. The amount of shit talk you'd get from that thing, possibly.
I mean, it would be equipped to that. And
it would be.
So, yeah.
It would be so worth it. But yeah, what were we talking about? Because I keep bringing up Lava Spider.
The RE engine, using that as making a remake of DMC1.
Yeah.
And since I was talking,
a remake would work.
Yeah, because technically DMC's aesthetic started as a Resident Evil project, so it makes sense to use the Resident Evil engine to make a remake.
Yeah, and like it would come full circle too, especially if you get the original team, who, yeah, I know a majority of them work at Platinum Games now. But
wait, what?
Yeah, like a majority of the original Devil May Cry team works at Platinum Games.
Wow, that's cool.
Specifically, the original director, Hideki Kamiya.
Oh, of course he is.
Who, coincidentally enough, made, Beautiful Joe, Bayonetta, Okami.
Wonderful 1-on-1?
Wonderful 101.
Yeah, I knew it.
I believe he's involved in Astral Chain. No, he did produce that.
Mm-hmm.
But
oh man.
Actually, on the topic of Platinum games,
Mm-hmm.
let's bring up the elephant in the room. Okay, besides that game, you know what game I mean. What is your favorite Platinum game that you have played besides the obvious one, if you can recall them?
Okay, I played through Bayonetta, the game you mentioned. What else I played from Platinum? I'm trying to remember.
Have you played any of the Nier games?
And no, I don't own a Switch. Like I wanted to play Astral Chain. I wanted to play Astral Chain, but I didn't have the chance nor the memory.
Okay. You brought up Switch in regards to
Astral Chain. Yeah, but that one.
I was gonna say Nier Automata's on everything, right?
Oh no! That one I don't have any interest on. I wish I had, but the aesthetic of the game, the music. I know many people love that, but in my case, I'm not feeling like attracted to the game.
Oh. Okay. Actually, speaking of Nier Automata, I have a feeling you were gonna bring this up with somebody at some point.
Mm-hmm.
That church thing. Have you heard about that?
The church for Toby or what?
Okay. No, let me give you a quick rundown. So, about a few weeks ago, at this point, there was a player who there was somebody on Reddit. He made a post saying,
the statue.
Yes, I think you're aware of what I'm.
I saw it
now.
Yeah, I saw it. It was a statue for one of the Nier Automata characters.
So. All right, so let me give a quick rundown for chat here. Mm-hmm. So a player, I don't remember their name, but it was somebody new to Reddit, or just probably a child in general. They were pretending to be a child because this was all a hoax, unfortunately. But so they find a door in the Compete City in Nier Automata, which is like a late game area. Spoilers, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a door you open, and it's like, there's shit in here. And you go further on down, there's a ladder you go down. And there's a twisty hallway. The intro to Majora's Mask? It's kind of like that. Where there's a twisty hallway. And then there's a church, just a blank church. And there's a shade from Nier Replicant / Gestalt just hanging out there. There's a woman on an altar, think Shadow of the Colossus, but that bitch is just a mannequin, let's be real here, with a flower sticking out of their chest. All of this, even the voice actors were confused about this, Kira Buckland and Kyle McCarley specifically. They quote retweeted the original post what is this? We didn't know about this. And the rabbit hole got deeper. There were some statues found. The statues were of Zero and the Five Sisters from Dragon Guard 3. And everybody thought this was some insane marketing for a remake / remaster. But unfortunately, as I mentioned earlier, the whole thing was a hoax. It is a showcase of advanced mod tools that are now available to the public, by the way. And, because so me and my friend Ace, who, by the way, illustrated my lovely PNG you're seeing here. They're a huge Drakengard and Nier Automata, just Dragon Nier fan in general. They're just a huge fan of all
of that universe. Stuff. Yeah, of that.
We went on I didn't know what the statues were, and so while they were freaking out, I was like, "Who is this?" And they were just like, "Oh, buddy, we need to take you on a Dragon Guard lore dive."
Oh, God.
And so we watched a documentary video basically chronicling the entire timeline all the way from Dragon Guard 3 to 1, because 3 comes before 1, classic shit.
They make you tank a video as about the lore of Drakengard / Nier.
Well, they didn't make me. They just
show it to you.
They nudged me in the direction and I was mighty curious, so I was like, yeah, you know what? I want to go down this rabbit hole.
Why not? Yeah.
Like, and I'm already interested in Nier. I do plan on picking up Automata when it comes out on Switch, because that'll be my only way to finally actually play it.
Yeah.
But in regard to those advanced modding tools, I threw around the theory of this is potentially modded, and they were like, nah, this is too advanced. Modders can't do this.
I mean,
well, apparently they can. If you know how to use Blender.
I mean, like, there are some crazy modders out there that can literally change the game completely to make another thing completely different. So
that's what this team did. And it's just so cool that like that stuff is just open source, because now people could probably make their own Dragon Guard like remakes if they wanted. You would have to port all those assets into a new engine, sure, but it's possible with modding.
Wow.
Like, people have like what's an example I can use here? People did that with Sonic Unleashed, where they took
the Project
all the level
Unleashed.
assets
Yeah,
for the Unleashed project. Yeah.
Well, only like the daytime stages only.
Yeah,
sadly.
like not the Werehog stuff. There is actually somebody trying to remake the whole game in Unity. It's the same guy behind the 06 project.
You know what I think they should do for the Werehog? Transform all the battle segments into one big battle segment. Like, don't stop the music and just keep going fighting the like monsters.
Or just have an option to turn the music off, or make it dynamic.
Making it dynamic.
Oh, okay. Let me give a better example. So, Wind Waker does this exact thing perfectly, where you have the dungeon music. It's like ambience, but then the battle theme crops up. It's like da-na-na. Time you strike an enemy, it has like a dun da da dun da 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 dun, and it matches the rhythm. And so I feel if Unleashed ever got like an updated port or a remaster or a remake, you just yeeted yourself out of existence for a second.
Yeah, I have something on my like far left, so yeah, I need to turn like 90 degrees on this side so I can grab it.
Yeah. I mean, hey, at least you didn't look jaggy while doing it. But yeah, the what was I talking about?
Sonic Unleashed
project
on Unity.
Yeah, we went from Nier to fucking Sonic Unleashed, but
makes sense.
But yeah, the Werehog dynamic music, that could be something they could easily do. But I feel like I think the Yakuza team did this like exact thing where they took an engine from one game and were like, wait, we can remake a game with this. And so I think that's how Kiwami 2 came to be.
No, they did that not just for Kiwami, but for Virtua Fighter. They used the Dragon engine, which is, I think, the engine they use for Yakuza Like a Dragon. And then they did not just a RPG, but they did a fighting game with it. So you can remake a game no matter the gameplay that game had.
No,
before.
that's not what I meant. I meant they...
Oh, right. The Yakuza 6 engine with that,
so
they did Kiwami 2.
Yeah, Yakuza 6. No, 6 is Like a Dragon, right? Or is that 7?
No. Yakuza 6 Song of Life, then it's Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon.
So we had 0 and Kiwami, which were like new games on like the old engine from 5.
Yeah.
And then we have Yakuza 6, which had a new engine entirely, that being the Dragon engine. They used it for Kiwami and, like you said, Virtua Fighter. That's taking a new engine, applying it to an old game, this case being Yakuza 2. They could have done this with 3, 4, and 5 also, but they chose not to for some fucking reason.
What?
They could have made like Kiwami 3, 4, and 5 if they wanted.
Technically, they did for 4. Okay, so I don't know if I told you this story before, but Yakuza 4, it's completely remade, at least from one character, which is Tanimura. Tanimura's voice actor passed away after Yakuza 4, the original Yakuza 4. So they decided to, for the new voice actor, model it Tanimura to that new voice actor.
Oh, okay.
Remember.
So that's more of just a visual overhaul. That's not exactly remaking a whole character.
No, but they had to use that old engine and remake and change the model for like the re-releases.
That's just a model swap / patch through. Like,
yeah,
it's technically not remaking. You're just taking old assets and making something new with it.
I don't know if they changed something on the gameplay through the original. The only thing I know from the original is they changed.
I'm pretty sure he plays the exact same.
No,
it's been years since I played 4.
I tried the PS3 version of Yakuza 3, and Yakuza 3 on PS3 feels completely different to Yakuza 3, like the new releases for PC and all the consoles. That I'm sure. It feels more clunky on the newer release, which is funny. But yeah, I do believe there is
the older or the newer one being clunky.
The newer one. The older one is not that clunky compared to the newer one, but still, both
You
suck.
think the remake would be less I was gonna say crunkly, but clunky. but yeah, no, the taking old assets, applying it to something new, you can do that. It works both ways. Modders are fucking crazy, is what I'm trying to say.
They go ham, and I love that.
They go ham.
Yeah.
Speaking of modders going ham, the moment Kingdom Hearts 3 came to PC, the floodgates were opened. Have you seen the mods for those?
No.
They are... let's just say we got fully custom playable characters. I think new story scenarios are being made.
I do believe... Okay, something I found interesting is that the city of Final Fantasy plays like it was a one-on-one battle on Kingdom Hearts. All the players can fly, all the players have a combo with a system of abilities and all of that. So you can easily translate those characters from the Cydia to Kingdom Hearts 3, I do believe.
Well, it's all in the same engine.
That's what I mean.
So, funny thing about Dissidia. So, that game came out on PSP like years ago, right? And Birth by Sleep is the only PSP Kingdom Hearts game. Both of those games share an engine. Like, I find it so funny. And there's another... I believe there's another game there's another Final Fantasy game. It's on the tip of my tongue that also shares the engine for Birth by Sleep. What was it again? Oh yeah, Crisis Core. And speaking of Crisis Core, I'm so glad it's out of remake hell. It just sucks that they gave it a horrible name.
All in the theming of the
You knew that was gonna come up at some point.
I mean,
be real here.
Yeah.
I can't seem to go one podcast revolving video games without bringing up Tetsuya Nomura's questionable game title choices.
At least all of them have the re at the beginning. Remake, Rivers, Reunion. That's the only consistent thing you can see on this whole thing.
All right. Speaking of that, I know having varying opinions on the Final Fantasy VII line of games is basically a death sentence if you don't say, I love the game. I will be the first of probably not many to admit that 7 is not my cup of tea. That is the one Final Fantasy game I could just never get into, minus Crisis Core. That one was okay. And by okay, I mean I love it a lot. It's my favorite one out of anything 7 related.
Yeah.
But it really the only reason just comes to oversaturation. Like they kind of milked it a bit.
A bit? Bro! At this point, Final Fantasy VII might be the face of Final Fantasy for how big it is.
It is the face
if
of
it
Final
wasn't,
Fantasy.
if it wasn't for Final Fantasy X or the Dissidia. Well, for Final Fantasy X.
Well, Dissidia is more of a celebration because you got
is more
a multitude of characters like
You have
tags, villains,
you
original
have
characters, shit like that.
yeah, you have characters from all the series, which is a celebratory type of game. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what I
like
love.
Smash Bros, but all the Square Enix guys are here. Well, not all of them, but
All the Final
all-
Fantasy guys. That's
all the
point.
ones that are important.
Mhm.
Except the FF14 Hero of Light. He's not here because he didn't exist yet. But
Nah, soon enough. Soon enough.
technically he did. Technically he did because 14
Noctis.
did start as a PS3 game in regards to console.
Uh,
I actually didn't know that until like last week.
you mean Noctis, right? Or
no,
that's
no,
15.
no. Not Noctis.
Oh,
So, well, we can get into that tangent like later. But
yeah.
the what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the 7 line of games.
Mhm.
So, yeah, in my old friend groups, I am known for having very outlandish opinions regarding certain video games. Kingdom Hearts, Sonic, and Final Fantasy are the big 3. Like my old friend group knew me as the guy who hated Sonic with a passion. I've lightened up on the Speedy Blue Rat over the years. I will take pot shots every so often, but I do it because I care. I don't care if the new game is gonna suck. I will still play it. I will still probably have a lot of fun because it looks genuinely fun.
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't about Sonic. This is about Final Fantasy right now. So 7 I felt was milked dry to the point where they are running out of ideas. And in regards to the whole remake, remaster, what even is considered what anymore? Final Fantasy VII Remake should have been called Final Fantasy VII Reimagined, Retour, or whatever the fuck Nomura has in his little noodle brain. Okay, maybe not noodle brain, because the dude's like a genius when it comes to writing.
I mean,
Sometimes.
for what I know, the game is exactly the same except for a few things that like lean towards a little bit of a different ending for Final Fantasy VII. So I was planning to call it Final Fantasy VII Reimagining, but that doesn't cut it because it's not a different game.
Rebirth. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth would have been a perfect title for that, because it's basically birthing a new continuity with the ending of Part 1, which I will not spoil here for those that haven't played it. But
I mean, it technically
it'll
does
tie
that for the
in-
Part 2, which is...
yeah, it ties into the Part 2, and I guess spoilers for the original Final Fantasy VII, I guess. It's no secret, there is a character that kicks the bucket. There's 2, actually, but there's the obvious one.
Mm-hmm.
The remake continuity is setting up to... I have a theory that this character that dies originally will not die this time, because they changed the original timeline, because another character who died a long time ago at this point is alive and kicking in another timeline, which I believe the Crisis Core remake is going to tie into.
Yeah, that makes a lot
And
of sense.
I am wondering how they are going to do this, because there is only 4 games. There's only 4 games that have ever made me cry. Crisis Core was one of them. That game just had a beautiful ending, and having the credit song Why just play in the background with like the voiceover, it's chef's kiss. And then of course you have Link's Awakening's ending, which I will not spoil here because, the remake recently came out for that like a few years ago, and so that's still fresh territory. I mean, it's a Zelda game. Most people don't care, but I care because that's my favorite 2D one. But like, that game had a sweet ending, and if you go through the whole game without dying, the ending is slightly altered. It's just a little secret from me to you.
Huh.
And then of course there's Okami. I shouldn't have to even say anything else if you know me. That game, like, Ace and their friends keep telling me Final Fantasy XIV is going to dethrone Okami as your favorite game by the time your playthrough is over. I'd like to see it try.
I mean,
Like,
it's a really long game, but if your free
okay.
trial is going to dethrone your favorite game, I will not do
Well,
it.
the free trial goes up to the Heavenward expansion, so I can't exactly
How
go through the
much is
entire
that?
game.
How much is that specifically? Like, how
The
much
whole game,
content?
just in general?
No, to that specific expansion.
I have no fucking idea. Like, you mean level?
I know you have a level cap of 60, but how much do
Yeah.
you need to play to
There's a
get to
level-
that expansion? And
Oh,
beat it?
unlimited playtime. So you could play all of Realm Reborn, Heaven's Word, and that's about it. There's a few things that I know you're locked out of. There's a few classes you can't get to. Because you can't get the Stormblood, you can't get the Shadowbringer, you can't get the Endwalker. You have to just buy those, or just buy the game.
Oh, so after that expansion, you can still keep playing?
Yeah, you can just keep playing. And
Oh.
like that way when you buy the game, you can just keep going from where you left off.
If you're
It is-
interested on the story, that is.
Well, yeah, and after, like, I will admit, not every Final Fantasy game is a hit for me when it comes to the story, unless you're Final Fantasy 9.
Hmm.
If I see anyone talking shit on that game's story and its characters, we gonna throw hands.
I need to
Because
remember.
that game.
Okay, so I need to remember. Remember when False was like reading out a survey they did on Reddit for which one is the most popular mainline Final Fantasy title, and we ended up with.
Yes.
I remember that because he was. I don't know what happened on that week, but he was on tangents really off the VTuber scene, like Final Fantasy, video games in general, the manga anime tier list.
Oh yeah, he was like long done with editing after that, so he was just spitballing shit. Like you brought up Street Fighter. Oh, actually, I do remember this. Yeah, this was during the Street Fighter 6 leaks, which, by the way, can we talk about that real quick?
Please, please.
Okay. So, okay, so they did my boy Ken dirty.
You know what's funny? I do believe that's fake. Like the leak
Honestly,
itself, on the images,
I hope
it's
it is.
true, but I do believe it's a
hope
little
to
bit
God it's fake.
excessive for leaking how
'cause-
this story works for him.
Because Ken had it all. A dojo,
A
an
successful
attractive
company,
wife, and a cute kid, probably.
a successful company.
Like, a successful company. Dude is just... He's a family man.
Yeah, what?
And it would suck to just have all that taken away from him. And Ryu's just a loner.
Ryu is
Like,
now
yeah.
is now wearing Gouken's scarf, which is cool. He's a
Yeah,
master now.
I fucking love how he just looks like a master now.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I have some opinions on the new Street Fighter 6 cast designs. I've already talked your ear off about how weird Luke looks to me still.
I mean, look itself in and of itself, it looks weird.
I thought his noodle hair in 5 was atrocious, and I think his face in 6 just... Dude, you are not Jim Carrey. Stop it with that shit. Like, man just looks like he's trying to do his best The Mask impression.
Yeah, he ended up looking like Hannibal fucking Lecter.
Like, see, it's funny, because I know the guy who voices him, so I can just imagine him going in front of his mirror, going like, "Smoking!" He probably wouldn't sound like that. That sounded more like Matthew Lillard.
But yeah.
But yeah, whether those leaks are fake or not, I just want my boy to be fun to play as, like always.
I mean, the leaks at least ended up asserting on how Guy looks. Guy looks exactly like the leaks.
Guile? Okay. Can we talk about Guile? Guile? Bruh. The
He's-
glow up.
Yeah.
He's finally got eyebrows.
And a beard. It's slightly grown.
Honestly, I think he looks better with the beard.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
It's funny. I hate facial hair. Like, I hate it when I personally have facial hair. But if there's a character, like you look at Dante, for example. Sometimes he has facial hair, sometimes he doesn't. He looks better with facial hair. A
Mhm.
light stubble. Not a full-on beard, but a light stubble. You look at Ryu. He looks better with a beard. I'm just gonna be honest. It fits his square face perfectly.
Even more now since the RE engine make him a brick house at this point. He's just a wide
dude.
Ryu.
He's literally a brick wall. A Long Fall is playing on my end now.
Hmm?
That 114 track I mentioned that might get your VOD in trouble.
Oh, that played it a long time ago.
Yeah, like I know on my end, like I just got. Actually, what song is it on for you right now?
Reset Unplugged from Okami?
Yes, I fucking love that cover so much.
You should use this one for your outro. It's super
I
chill.
should.
It's
I
super
should, but
chill.
I want to ask the Video Game Orchestra permission first.
I will believe it.
Because I just... Alright, I'm gonna like self-plug here for a sec.
Go ahead.
So, back in February for my birthday, I did a Nintendo Direct reaction, right? Later that night, I was gonna go live again with karaoke. Like, I have been wanting to do karaoke on stream forever. And that would have been my chance to do it. And Reset by the Video Game Orchestra, like that specific version, I wanted to do that one. Because not only is it my favorite video game song of all time, like not even bullshitting, there's a lot of songs I like. A lot of them are memes. But let's be real. Like when I think of video game songs that I want to cover, Reset, Roar the Spark, and 3 others I can think of. And fucking I remember, what was I talking about again? Oh yeah, fucking but yeah, we were talking about Ryu's brick face, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, the quickly going back on that topic, we can bring up music later. But the RE engine being used for many games besides just Resident Evil and DMC is, I'm glad they're using it for other things. It's like Sega using the Hedgehog engine for other stuff, because that's a graphics engine.
Wait, they used the RE engine for DMC5?
Yes. They used it for Monster Hunter Rise also.
And World.
And Capcom Arcade Collection Cabinet Part 2, whatever the hell it's called.
But why?
Which, by the way, because 3D assets. Which, by the way, I'm so glad that I can actually legally play Power Battle and Power Battle 2. Please buy those games. Also, speaking of Mega Man Power Battle, Nintendo eShop stealth dropped the Neo Geo Pocket Color port of those 2 games.
No. That was not still like a stealth drop. That was announced officially on the Evo event. That was officially announced. Yes, it was announced officially after.
No, I didn't watch Evo, so.
No, I didn't watch either. I just watched it like on a reaction video later on when the event was over.
Speaking of Evo, there were actually. Last time I was on here, did I ever bring up the story about the one-sided rollback thing?
No, but it will be a good time to bring back now because they announced a lot of games getting rolled back.
Yeah, like a shit ton of games, like last night and the day before, were just announced for getting rolled back online.
Fighters and Sam Show specifically.
One of those games I saw was Dragon Ball Fighters.
The game is already completed, so they decided to use the last update for that.
What's really funny is that I'm probably gonna be burned at the stake for this. And I'm pretty sure you agreed with me on this too. I think that's you half and half agreed with me on this because you're aware of my history with rollback. I think that game, no matter what its online is, I think it's fun with delayed. I think it's fun with rollback. I don't have a preference. If a fighting game is fun, and I'm having fun, my friends are having fun, I will Like, of course, I brought up one-sided rollback, but Alexiel, what's one-sided rollback? Well, people know what rollback online is. It tries to emulate couch local co-op. However, there is a small problem with it that sometimes rears its ugly head, known as one-sided rollback. What it will do, and this is just based on my personal experience with it, so, Guilty Gear Strive does this, where every time it's counting the rolled back frames to bring you back up to speed, a little menu shows up, right? And it pauses the game. Kind of. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong here.
I don't know about Strive, though. I don't have that yet.
So, it basically, it stops the game, counts those frames it needs to roll back on, and it'll go back to the point before the lag spike happened, and it'll seamlessly do this like it never happened. One-sided rollback is where a menu actually shows up, it's counting all those frames, but the game is still going for the other player. It's not going for you. So imagine me and you are playing, right? Like, you choose your Guilty Gear main, I choose mine. Let's use, since Road the Spark is playing on my end, let's use, actually, who's your main in Strive, if you've played it?
Chip.
Chip? Okay.
That's not my main on Strive yet, but I'm planning to grab him first.
You pick him, and I pick, Sin or Kai or whatever. Let's just use them as an example. Sin's not even in the game, I don't think, but...
No, it's not, but it's a mod.
It's a really good mod, by the way. But, fucking... So, okay, I pick Kai. I'm about to use my dragon install technique. The game stops. It never comes out on your end, and you're able to punish me because I technically whiffed it. You would win the match, while it is still counting those frames to roll back on because, oops, my game lagged a little bit.
Huh.
Like a microscopic bit. There was 2 frames of delay at most.
Huh.
One-sided rollback is at its worst when you have over 10 frames of delay, which is pretty rare in my experience. I only ever have 2 or 3 at most, at least when it came to cross-tag battle or fighters.
Well,
because cross-tag used to have delay, and now it doesn't. Actually, the Switch version still has delay.
And
it's really good though. Genuinely, not even bullshitting. I just wish it had crossplay.
Yeah, same
I
happened
want to
with
beat. I want to beat people's asses with my team, please.
The same happened with the Samsung reveal for rollback. They say all the platforms except for Switch are getting rollback because it's hard to implement on Switch at the moment.
No, it's not. If it's easier on some platforms, you could... Well, okay, so I can understand why they wouldn't do it for some Switch fighting games, because, Nintendo has their own service. They probably don't know how to incorporate it. Some fighting games on Switch use their own servers for the online, not NSO.
Right, but
so
I do believe...
It's not always Nintendo's fault.
Yeah, I believe it's hard because they want to implement it with the crossplay in mind.
Yeah,
and that might be hard.
So, I can bring up cross-tag as an example here, because that's the one game I own on Switch currently. I haven't bought Under Night again. I really should. But let's say... What platform... You have it on PC, right?
Samsho or what?
Blaze Blue Cross-Tag Battle. You have that on PC, correct?
I had it, yeah.
Okay. So let's say you wanted to play a game with me, and I wanted to play a game with you. We can't, because, there's no crossplay. But if there was, how would the online work? Would it take the rollback from the PC version as the priority, or would it take the delay from the Switch as priority? I've always wondered about these things, when you have 2 separate versions of the same game with different online structures.
I do believe it will not work like that. Being 2 different online structures,
actually,
the management of data will be
host.
different. It will not work. I do believe it will not work since they are 2 different online structures that do not work on on each
It's
other.
just
like,
hopium at this point.
at this point, it will be just magic if that works. Like, it's at least for me, it will be impossible to like have one side with delayed base
Actually-
netcode and the other with rollback netcode. That will be impossible.
What's the? Did we ever try the Steam couch co-op mode?
It's
think-
parsec, but sucks.
No, I don't mean parsec.
No. The thing you mentioned, the coach co-op stuff that the remote play.
No,
Steam...
I'm asking, have we both ever tried it? I don't recall ever trying it.
No,
I think
think
no. What
No.
what was the thing we tried messing with? It was Fightcade.
it was Fightcade.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, Fightcade.
Yeah, we tried I think we tried to set up Garo to play that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 'cause that was the one game that I actually have.
Yeah, I give you the ROMs itself.
Actually,
and
Garo has rollback, doesn't it?
Garo on the Steam version has, yeah. From Iron Vortex,
thought-
I think it is.
Actually, all the versions have it, even the Switch one.
Uh-huh. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's crossplay, though.
Yeah, I wasn't asking about crossplay. I was just asking about it's online, like
Yeah.
if it was delay or not.
It's rollback.
That. Okay, yeah, no, Garo's the one game I never had one-sided rollback with. And if no, Melty Blood. Melty Blood was the other game that I didn't have one-sided rollback with. Which, speaking of, oh my fucking god, Neko Arc's back.
Shit.
I fucking
Another
love Neko Arc.
Another character that was memed into existence again, I do believe.
Brilliant.
uh,
Oh, but like my favorite version of CL is back too, so that's cool. I probably don't even have her name right, but
yeah, I do believe CL.
yeah. Actually, how much? I know I brought up Melty Blood, but I like how I'm asking you the questions now.
It's fine, it's fine. I'm the host
Is
here
it-
that doesn't host the show, that's fine.
Actually, wait. Is this what False? Is this how he felt when he took over Speak of the Devil? Is this how he felt?
I don't know. I'm not. I'm technically not doing any push for a new topic here, so yeah, I'm just following the flow. That's part
Yeah,
of it.
we are literally just spitballing.
Mhm.
We are throwing shit at the wall, seeing what sticks.
Question.
But yeah, it's
What
the
it was.
yeah. We're throwing questions. Yeah, and your studio's got like a brick wall, so yeah, that's gonna be tough to clean out.
Mm.
It'll be digital shit. You can
God
just
damn it.
remove the code for that.
The layer.
You just remove the layer.
So-
Just a poop emoji, like on the table, like, oh gross, get out of here. It's
The
like
fuck, bro.
I'm just giving you editing ideas for your highlight reel at this point.
God damn it. So what was the question?
What was the question?
You had a question.
Have you played Under Night?
No, but I played the original Multi-Blood. Well, I played Under Night. I remember playing Akatsuki the most, but that was just an arcade mode. I didn't play online.
Do you want to play that together sometime? Because I don't think I've ever played a fighting game with you, like genuinely.
No, we tried, but I...
Yeah, like I said, we tried, but it didn't work. Because, so it's funny. You're like, I feel like most of the friends I've made recently are all secretly fighting game nerds.
I'm not secretly a nerd.
You're not
publicly-
secret about it. Neither is Muffler Man. Neither of you are secret about it. You wear that shit on your sleeves. Sometimes it's your
sure.
whole brand. Okay, for him, it's his whole brand. But he's also like a huge Gundam nerd too.
I mean, it shows for the
Nick,
glasses.
I know you're not watching this, but I'm calling you out anyway.
It shows for the glasses, bro. You're selling it with that.
It's just for the glasses.
Well, technically those are Kamina glasses, but it works since both are mecha animes, Gundam and Gurren Lagann.
Well, yeah. I think
And I
his
love
glasses
them.
and his muffler are just a reference to his favorite franchises.
Mm-hmm.
I'll actually have to ask him because I'm not quite sure. I just realized
Mhm.
him and Jakato are matching.
Mhm.
They both got the red scarves and the dress overshirt.
What the hell?
I just noticed that. That is so funny.
What the hell?
Oh my god, next time I talk to Nick, I need to bring that up to him, saying like, "Hey, a friend of mine also has a red muffler." Technically, I did at some point too. But technically, I have a teal muffler. It's wrapped around my waist. Yeah, you thought that was a waistcoat? Nah.
I thought it was a mask.
I don't even know either. but yeah.
It's
what
your
even...
design, bro.
Oh yeah, so I brought up, or you brought up, I think you brought up music earlier, didn't you?
For the DMC Pachinko music here, yeah.
Yeah, we're like an hour later, we're going back to that topic. Fucking.
More or less
So
an hour,
the,
yeah.
So yeah, I think we had a long discussion about music last time, where we spent like a good hour and a half just talking about our favorite tracks from certain games.
Oh yeah, we were giving like a few little top fives of music, like from games or something like that. Yeah.
There was Oh, I do remember one thing that I talked about on the last time I was here. So you remember that Marth player I told you about?
The edgy one? Yeah.
Yeah, the one the Shadow the Hedgehog sounding bitch, as I recall you saying. I remembered what he yelled at me.
What?
So, okay, I can't repeat it because it's an Irish slur, but
oh, God.
he basically called me an Irish slur, and I didn't yell, "Well, take your own advice, buddy." I yelled, "Hey, you can't yell that! There's kids here! None of them understand it, but you can't yell that here!"
I mean, where were you playing that tournament in the first place? What the hell?
Georgia.
Yeah, they can say that nobody will understand, not even the adults.
This tournament was either in Georgia or Texas. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, no. It was Texas.
Case in point, nobody will understand since it's an Irish slur.
Yeah. I mean, one of my friends who I went with, they asked me what it was later. Like, what was the Irish slur? It was like, you really think I'm going to repeat that to you?
No, but explain it.
It's not... Okay, it's not racist. It's not a racist Irish slur, because it's kind of impossible to be racist toward an Irishman, because they will probably take it as a compliment. Side note, and for legal reasons, this is a joke. We will not take it as a compliment. We will actually feel very insulted.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, nah. I don't even remember, like, all I know is that he called me an Irish slur. I don't remember exactly what the word was. If I do remember it, I'll probably just bring it up next time you ask about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I did have another tournament story that like cropped up in the back of my mind, because I may or may not have rewatched Best of March to get like a better idea. But so this story doesn't involve me. It actually involves a friend of mine who, ironically enough, he did go to a Melty Blood tournament. And so, do you recall the previous game in the series, how they used to play those tournaments in a bathroom?
Why?
Wait, have you not heard about that?
No.
Wait, hold on, the music on my end just stopped. Oh, video pause, continue watching? Fucking yes.
I don't know why it's doing that.
It's pulling a Netflix and just being like, how dare you pause the music and ask me, are you still watching? The moment Stepping Wind comes on. You should be fucking ashamed.
Wow, you got the same one as me. Cool.
Oh, you're on Stepping Wind now too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I fucking love that song. But okay, to quickly wrap up this story though. So for old time's sake, my friend set up he found a big bathroom at a hotel he was at. And a few of his friends who were also there were like, "Hey, do you want to have like a mini Type Lumina tournament just in this bathroom here on like the first floor?" And the bellhop actually was the MVP here because he set this all up. He had helped. He said he put up a sign saying, "Oh, this bathroom's under construction" or something. So if you hear a lot of noise, don't question it. And so my friend set up his laptop because he had the PC version, and he had 3 fight sticks and 3 controllers, and so like if you had a preference toward either, you could choose. And there was I got there just in time to play like 1 set, so that's how I was filled in on the rest of the story. Like, my friend had told me the first part, I witnessed the second half. So we set it all up in the bathroom. He had I want to say he had like an 8-inch LCD monitor plugged into his laptop. Or he had 2 monitors. And so Smash tournaments will do this. They'll have the monitor facing one person, they'll have it facing another, so that they can't like screen peek or input view or whatever.
Right.
And so we had a best 2 out of 3, I believe. And my friend who was playing Shiki and the opponent, let's call him Nebula. Because this dude kind of is edgy, so an edgy sounding name would work. He's another Marth player wannabe, let's just say.
Oh god.
Except, ironically, he actually kind of sounded like Shadow. It was kind of scary. But, so, he gets salty after losing the first set. Is like, just win 2 more times and you'll win. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of rusty, so, like, it's anyone's game, really. I'm just doing this for fun. You're here to have fun, right? It's like, yeah, I guess I'm here to have fun. I will have fun relishing my win over your pathetic face. Like,
What the hell,
dude,
bro?
no. You Shadow the Hedgehog sounding bitch. Stop with that. I love how you worded that last time. It was so funny. But it was... Oh, Sign of a Hero. I love this song. But the, fucking... He loses the next 2 sets. He didn't have a good time. Because he then gets mad, and he breaks one of the controllers by accident.
Accident?
And by accident, I mean, he slammed it down in a fit of frustration, realized he broke it, and was like, oh crap, fuck, I'm so sorry. Like, he quickly, like, got over his anger.
Oh, well.
And my friend who hosted all of it was like, dude, that's literally a third-party controller. It costed $20. I can easily replace that.
Thank
No
God.
harm done. It still works, doesn't it? And so he jiggled the sticks around, he pressed all the buttons. It was only the corner that broke. So it's just gonna feel weird to hold.
Okay, that sounds
then...
painful technically, because if the side is broken and has like a little edge, that can like make a scratch on your grip.
Yeah, that's what I mean by it'll be awkward to hold. Like after the festivities, I did work my magic on it and ended up just shell swapping it with the controller I had.
Nice.
So now I have the broken shell controller. Unfortunately, it no longer works anymore, so I don't have to worry about cutting my hand open using it. But yeah, it wasn't exactly throw my controller, shattering it, break the TV, and call me an Irish slur. It wasn't like that kind of story. It was just like, it was the dude got mad, he got overconfident, he paid for it. He did actually pay for the damage on the controller, though.
Okay, so he wasn't a complete asshole. That's fine.
He wasn't an asshole about it.
Cool. That's cool.
He said he was sorry. He learned.
And he paid, which is fine.
And he paid, which he didn't have to do.
But
like
still,
my friend had told him, you don't have to pay for it. Like I said, it's a cheap controller. He's like, no, I'll feel bad if I don't.
That's completely honorable.
This same dude, this dude looked familiar to me. Apparently this dude's like a big deal in my area. And I never learned his name. Because if I did reveal his name, that would dox me, because he's like the big player here. But it's so interesting. It's a small world. But it's not exactly a tournament-related story. But actually, do you have any tournament stories?
Okay.
Or any that you have watched that you found funny? Like, man, glad I'm not there.
I have 2, in fact. One is from a video I watched the other day, which it surprised me because the topic of the video itself it's funny. How a Shrek game is competitive viable.
Wait, do you mean Shrek Super Slam?
Exactly. Yeah, that one.
Oh my god, that has a competitive scene?
Yeah, that has a competitive scene and has a dedicated fan base to just analyze the frame data on every
I have
single
to
fucking
ask
character.
now that you've brought it up. Like, you know I'm not one to care about the meta, but I'm curious, who is the top tier in that game?
If I remember correctly, I think it was Puss in Boots.
Fucking course it's Puss in Boots. Like, why doesn't that... He's like the Virgil of Shrek. I did not just say that.
Fuck!
That is an insult to Puss in Boots.
Oh,
That's a joke. But...
crap.
but nah, like, jokes aside, Shrek Super Slam having a competitive scene, that surprises, but doesn't surprise me at the same time.
I mean, it looks fun. That's all I can say.
Wait. The PS2 version?
No, GameCube.
GameCube. I keep forgetting that was on GameCube. I think I had it on PS2. Oh god. I think we talked about this a few weeks ago, I think. What is the most obscure fighting game you've ever played? Because there was one I remembered I had.
Like obscure and not known? Or obscure like in bad not known?
It's known.
Because I have one specific fighting game that is literally unknown to everybody. Like it really weird.
Okay, I'm curious. What game is this?
Hold on, let me see. I have it on my Steam library because I bought it for less than $1 one time. Hold on.
Because I swear to God, if we're talking about the same game, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Oh, it's called Verdict Guilty.
Okay, no, we are not talking about the same game.
Yeah.
So, the game I was talking about is a game called Blade Strangers.
Blade Strange. Why does that sound familiar?
There's a lot of Inti Crate characters in that game. The only reason I got that game is because Gunvolt was playable.
What?
Actually, funny story about that. So, during my introduction, I mentioned the fact that, to those that didn't know, I scream into microphones for a living.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of my favorite fan projects that I got to work on that I'm so sad got canned was just an English dub of the Blade Stranger story mode with all the characters.
Oh.
I got cast as Gunvolt for that, and that was the first time I, quote-unquote, voiced him in anything. Because that was one of my big voice acting dreams, was to voice Gunvolt officially. Of course, a mutual of mine actually got cast, so that dream's kind of dead in the water at the moment. Unless an official dub of Gunvolt 1 and 2 ever happen, and the mutual in question decides not to come back, which I doubt. I don't doubt that, because he had a blast with Gunvolt 3, so I guarantee he'll be coming back for the first game, first and second, if he wants to. That's up to him. Honestly, I hope he comes back for it, because like, say what you will about the guy, he earns his roles, but like, I'll just say this one thing though, fucking. Apparently, everyone on that project had a problem with my Gunvolt. They didn't have a problem in the bad way. They just thought that I was not right for it. Like, they were like, "You're a better fit for someone else on this cast." Like, you're too off the cuff. Because GB is a very serious, calm, collected character. So, imagine him just like busting down a room and just yelling like, "Oversurge! Lightning Buster!" or something like that. Like, that is basically how I did it. It was so unhinged. Like, if I was to go back and like do all those lines again, like just for fun, I would probably be a much calmer Gunvolt than I used to be.
Mm.
Which is funny. That game, it's not that great. Like, not gonna lie, Blade Strangers as a fighting game, it's kind of lacking.
Wait,
The fact that
Blade Strangers isn't that? No, it's not that indie fighting game I'm thinking about. I don't believe it. The one with Shovel Knight, that weird version of Shovel Knight. Oh, it is.
Buff Shovel Knight, yeah.
Buff, weirdly shaped Shovel Knight and Isaac.
Yeah, Quote and Curly from Cave Story are also in it.
Yeah, I know.
And so is Isaac.
Shit. I mean, how the fuck? Oh, you can get Isaac like exactly how he looks on the games, but not Shovel Knight. I do believe.
Well,
I believe
Yacht
our
Club Games had a hand in this, and they thought Shovel Knight being buff and tall was the good idea. And I'm personally okay with it. I fucking love buff Shovel Knight. He's just a big himbo.
It's super exaggerated. It's so funny.
But that's what makes him great, though.
I know.
Like, yeah, it's exaggerated as fuck, and it's like Uncanny Valley kinda. But it just.
It's funny.
It's like if you were to take Ryu or Ken and just make them chibi. Which, let's be real, that has been done how many times now?
At least 2 times. Puzzle
Like
Fighter and
2 or 3 times?
Yeah, and a mobile game.
Gem Fighter, I think is what it was. I want to play that.
Gem Fighter and Puzzle Fighter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Gem Fighter's. It's on the Capcom Arcade, isn't it?
I think both. Gem Fighter and Puzzle Fighter are both on the Capcom Arcade collection. Yeah, fighting collection.
Yeah, because I brought it up earlier because I bought Power Battle and Power Battle 2 finally.
Mm-hmm.
Or Power.
Oh no, not
Power
on that.
Battle
Not on the arcade collection, but in the fighting. Collection.
Not on Volume 2, but the fighting game collection thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to get that at some point too because I need Darkstalkers re-injected into my veins like yesteryear.
Mm-hmm.
That was another thing. Did we talk about Darkstalkers last time?
Nope. We barely bring fighting games up the topic now that I remember.
No, we brought up fighting games quite a lot, I'm pretty sure. Like, okay, for this session, yes, we definitely brought them up a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And it was more surprising by the fact that I was the one bringing them up.
I knew you will bring them up, you know?
I mean...
But still.
I'm like... It's hard to get a read on me, is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
I will just bring up shit. Like, I am the definition of spitball. Like, I will think of... ADHD brain go burr.
Okay, so the description I have for Lady applies to you in a conversation, you say.
What was the... Okay, what was the thing? It was like, I'm like lightning that doesn't strike twice.
No, you're like a lightning bolt on a global storm. You strike on one place, but you can be on whatever the fuck is the other point you'll land. Like it's a lightning bolt. You never know when it will strike.
Of a lightning bolt.
Yeah, like for one topic you could be on Hawaii, by the other you're on Thailand, by the other you're in Japan. You never strike twice, but if you do, okay, that guy is dead. Like fucking dead at the first.
Bold of you to assume I'll even hit him.
Yeah, that's the point. You're a lightning bolt. You never know where you will land.
Well, no, because I can't see shit. How do you know that my aim will be true?
Since when lightning bolts have aim? They just go.
Dude, my tail's literally made of lightning. I could just point it at you and aim.
Bro. We're talking of a natural phenomenon, not you. Technically. We're talking an aspect of you that can relate to a natural phenomenon. You are not actually the natural phenomenon. You're not Zeus.
I mean, I'm officially out of spitball topics. So, like, if you had one that you've been, like, saving...
Well, going back to the, the story about competitive games, I just have one, which is technically a small tournament we did with some friends on Budokai Tenkaichi 3 for the PS2. I ended up winning that.
You told me part of that story, I think. You never
Yeah.
finished, but you part of it.
It's technically a short story. A few friends asked me to like hand them the game since I had it and on a good condition, and we ended up playing I think a best of 2 and ended up winning that between 4 players. So yeah, that's that. That's the only competitive like story myself like I experienced myself. I was about to enter a King of Fighters 97 tournament one time, but since I didn't have the money to go to the second date of the event because I needed to pay the entrance and the entrance to the tournament, I couldn't because of the money. And the time, because that was on a weekend. I had an exam at the start of the week, so I needed to study. So I just attend to the Saturday, not the Sunday part of the event. But it was a fun tournament.
Off topic, but do your viewers like ASMR?
The what? Nice.
Put that in your monthly highlight reel. God, I miss when I would just randomly say that once a month. I just kind of stopped at some point, like ever since May.
Some things you say on your clips does not hold true to the next month. Like you say, yeah. I have a sibling segment every month, and lo and behold, next month your sibling is nowhere to be seen.
I never said my sibling coming in was a constant.
You say that.
Actually,
you say that on a call.
Speaking of funny things involving my siblings and just games in general, I remember. I think I told this story last time. I'm not sure. So, I don't know. In your like highlight of this, I guess maybe like speed it up or something. I don't fucking know. I'm not your boss, but like fucking. This was when I first played Devil May Cry. I was like 7 or 8 at the time. So my older sister snuck into my dad's room when he was at work. And we have like the three set. So when DMC3 Special Edition came out, it came in a box set. It came with Devil May Cry 1 and 2. And like we no longer have the sleeve for that. I wish we did, because it was a beautiful looking sleeve. That collector set is stupid rare. My versions of the games that I own, I can't resell them because they're part of a package set. You have to sell them all together or not at all. It's so stupid. So yeah, imagine taking those to like, this is kind of going to dox me a little bit. So there's a retro game store that is near me called Video Game World. And it's like a local chain. So if you know where Video Game World is, say hi to me sometime. Don't actually, that'd be weird. But if I was to sell DMC2, for example, just like, hey, I don't want this game anymore,
Bro. Oh shit! Good thing I'm looking at Twitter. Garo and Put Up Your Air back! Woo!
Wait, huh?
They greenlighted a sequel for Garo and fucking Fatal Fury. Let's go!
Wait,
official SNK Twitter.
Hold up. Mark of the Wolves 2 is actually a thing now?
It will be, at least, I do believe. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Let me send this to you. Oh!
Let's go!
Killer art, by the way. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Whew.
Let's fucking go! Oh my god!
Good thing I look at Twitter sometimes.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Oh.
Wow,
Oh my
okay.
God.
Okay. Whew.
I'm so glad I brought up Garo earlier, because like, did we establish that was my favorite fighting game?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Of all time.
Yeah, you said it. Hold on, let me post this on the Twitch chat so Table can look at it. Holy shit!
God, oh my god, I'm
got green-lighted from
oh okay,
sequel
it's greenlit
hell.
for a sequel.
Yeah,
okay, so
but it will be real. That's the thing. It will be real.
God, I hope to God. You know what's funny about that?
What?
Jacato probably knew about this.
No.
'Cause-
Trust me, he
doesn't he
didn't.
mod for SNK?
Yeah, but he's related to events, like small events in the community, not like
Shit.
news like this. Like, for
When's he gonna
example,
get us on that, like
uh,
commentary stuff. Like, come on, Jackie, hit us up.
I mean, he hit me up when the time trial
He-
challenge for the Rugal stuff appeared. So.
He's gonna kill me if he found out I called him Jackie.
Fucking Jackie Bryan.
Go ahead, knock yourself out, or whatever the hell he says. I don't know. I never played Virtua Fighter.
Fuck.
Actually, that brings up an interesting topic. Is there a video game character you've ever been told that you just sound like or give off the vibes of?
I wish. I try so hard and I don't get too far with that.
But in the end, it matters to somebody, right?
I guess. I don't know. I don't sound like
Just-
anybody. Like, I don't have any, like... Unless there is somehow an Spanish accent character that I sound like,
Well,
I don't believe.
have you ever tried?
I tried to play a little bit of Miguel, like, voice-wise. Try to imitate his mannerisms. He's from
what game's he
Spain.
from?
He's from Tekken. Like, Miguel...
Tekken.
Miguel...
Oh,
Caballero
yeah.
Rojo. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like... I know, like, jack shit about Tekken.
Then there's
actually,
a fourth
speaking
from
of
Street Fighter
Tekken,
4. Hmm?
as a kid, I always wanted to voice Jin or Kazuya. Just either of them. Like, I didn't care who.
Mm-hmm.
Because me at like the age of 12 thought I was all that in a bag of chips. Like, I could voice these manly men. Then I found out that they got like 2 people for them already, and they honestly sound like they should be voicing the other character. Like, nothing against Patrick Seitz, but why the hell are you Jin? Like, you would have been better as Kazuya. Like, genuinely. I genuinely think he would have been a better Kazuya. Because the voice he used sounds more like Kazuya. And I don't remember who voiced Kazuya in that specific movie. But he sounded like he would have been a better, like, Heihachi. Or, hell, probably Steve Fox for all I know.
Well, wait. He sounded like British? Because remember...
he wasn't British. He was like Jin was like kind of like for Jin, he literally did a Ragna voice.
So it will feel more Heihachi. Steve Fox doesn't talk like that.
Yeah,
Remember,
Steve
he's
Fox
British.
is like,
He's a young British boxer.
well, the guy who voiced Kazuya was putting on a deeper voice. He's actually like pretty high pitch, like normally. It's like if okay, on the topic of fighting game characters sounding like us, I surprisingly have a couple. Like some, like there's the obvious one like Hyde Keto. I sound like Kyle McCarley to some people.
Huh.
So like Hyde has a line in Blaze Blue where he just goes like, "I don't hold my punches. Promise me you don't get caught up in the crossfire." And then there's like, "If I was you, I'd be cursing my luck right now." Like that's my favorite line, just full stop. Where it's like, I think I got you in on this challenge.
Oh,
Red
the
Muffler Man's voice main challenge.
Yeah, I did that.
That's how I got on his radar actually, with my my Mighty video. I think. Who did you voice for that?
Cody from Street Fighter 4 specifically.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
yours
didn't
was
do a
really
good
good.
job. I didn't do a good job though. I think I could do better.
I beg to differ. I thought you did really good.
Yeah, I know I did good, but I can do better.
You gave him the. Well, I mean, hey, the vocal booth's always open.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to give you access to it, but it's always open. But, but yeah, the if you had to pin a specific fighting game character from any game that you can think of, that you think, you know, Midori sounds kind of like him. Who would that be? Besides the obvious one, because I know
Cody.
there's.
I mean, Cody. Like I do believe without like forcing myself too much, I can do a good Cody.
Yeah, you could. You just need like vocal training, if anything.
Yeah.
Just to better project yourself.
I need to.
I mean,
practice
you're
a
already
lot.
good at projecting yourself, but
Still, I need a little more practice. But
Yeah.
if I have to pinpoint another character I could do, if I have the energy to do it, I might be able to do El Fuerte. Like some mannerisms of El Fuerte, I really love.
I was gonna say Terry.
Oh, Terry, yeah, Terry. Well, not that much Terry though. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Give me your best. Come on.
Hey, come on!
Yeah. See?
Hey!
Like that was like dead on, like almost dead on.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite things to do. Like if I, like so you know how theater kids, like when they're like on the stage,
Wait a minute.
they'll do like these movements.
Mm-hmm.
A fluid motion, as a wise orange beanie once said. I'm just bringing back several things from the last one, aren't we? But
Cool.
Sometimes I'll move my hands to like better inflect on some. So like for Terry,
If
he
I
has
had,
like the
if I
the
had,
come on.
yeah, if I had lip motion activated or the tracking at least, you will see one of my arms like trying to hold my beanie and the other trying to like do the hand symbol for the come on, like in the Smash trailer. That's the like this clear image I have when I do
that's
that.
that's like the one that. So the guy who voices Terry now, that's the one who like if I was to try, that's the one that I think I sound like. You sounded more like classic Terry.
Yeah, I know.
Like from '94, or like
the
hell,
Neo
probably
Geo
even earlier
classic.
than that.
The Neo Geo
It's
classic Terry.
You went like, "Hey, come on!" Or that sounded
No,
like him.
that just sounded like Billy Kane. Funny enough.
Billy Kane. Oh my god, yeah, Billy Kane.
Hey, hey,
hey, hey, hey!
hey!
But
Love
no,
Billy.
like if I properly warm up, my Terry can go from like, "Hey, come on!"
Yeah.
That sounds more like dub Terry actually.
You just sounded like geese.
Yeah, oh my god.
Come
Speaking of Howards, Rock is another obvious one.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, I kind of treat Rock how I would treat Gunvolt, where they're both aloof, calm sometimes, and it's like kind of like the same thing I do with Hyde, also, because I've done fan work for Hyde before, but never for Rock. I don't know. I just never felt like doing it before. Like maybe one of these days. Maybe someday. Cause like, I would love to just have like a fan-made trailer made for like a combo video, and just have the beginning be like, "Why does my evil blood boil?" or some shit like that.
Right.
God, if some SNK officials are somehow watching this, they're like, "Man, this kid's gung ho. These kids are gung ho. We should hire them."
I mean, if I have to like pinpoint something I did before that I ended up sounding kind of like an SNK character, I think Antonov is a go-to. I sounded, I sounded in some of my
is he
sounds.
the Macho Man lookalike?
Yeah, he's the Macho Man.
Hell yeah.
Hogan, yeah.
I still need to get you that clean sample of "The Cream Rises to the Top."
Yeah. Hold on.
It's the cream of the crop that rises all the way to the top. Oh yeah.
I need to practice that on the tone Antonov does it, because Antonov sounds like an announcer more than
What kind of tone does he do?
I don't know how to explain it. I know how he I know how he does it, but I don't know how to explain it. I don't have the theory on me.
Actually, let me Google it, or let me just look it up.
Hold on. What does he say one time? Itioke. Nah. It's Japanese. It doesn't have an original like English
Yeah,
dub,
there's,
so
like-
I can imitate.
Yeah,
it.
I feel like for English dub, like if they don't have an official English voice, you can just go wild on that.
I mean, I was trying to like pinpoint the tone of the Japanese voice actor, but in English. That's why the cream always rises to the top. It's something I try to like put it on Antonov's tone, not Macho Man's tone. Although they are
Yeah.
very similar, they're not exactly the same.
Like it's the cream of the crop that rises all the way top. Oh yeah.
Like,
It's not like that.
well,
Oh.
I don't fucking know how he sounds, but it's like,
The cream always rises to the top, even to the top of the galaxy! Something like that.
oh, so like Old Man Joseph.
All mine Joseph, yes. Technically Antonov is older, but I think it's on his late 30s. Mid 30s.
Is it the same? Is it the same voice actor?
No, the same voice actor for Joseph is impossible. He's dead.
Oh,
He passed
I forgot
away.
about that.
Yeah, he passed away.
He fucking. Oh, actually, on that topic of like voice actors in games that sadly left us, there's two examples that I could bring up here. One of which is a more fresh one. There's Billy Kometz, which I'm still very fucking sad about. But there was another one that I learned recently, but I learned about this in my own server, believe it or not.
Wow.
It was so Klonoa 2
Mhm.
has more characters than the first game. Like, there's a lot of side characters, there's a lot of iconic characters. The character Lolo, who's basically one of your companions. So you get Lolo and Popka,
Right.
and Lolo's voice actress,
I know you will bring up Billy. He said,
unfortunately, yeah, Billy Kane, but yeah, Lolo's voice actress unfortunately passed a long time ago. Like, around the same time that Iris's voice actress from Mega Man X4 passed. Like, I think they both passed around the same time. And that fucking sucks because, like, if those characters ever show up and Iris has showed up a few times in like X-Dive and other media like that probably. But in Japanese, she's voiced by a different person now. In the case of Lolo, there hasn't been a new Klonoa game with her in it since Legendary Star Medal, and that was Japanese only. And there was barely any voice acting in that.
Huh.
So that was her last official appearance, besides Klonoa 2, which had full voice acting, while Klonoa Heroes, being on the Game Boy, did not. And I don't know. That's the one thing I feel that's the one thing in video games I feel like people don't talk about enough. Is like what happens to an actor, whether they pass or leave a project. Like, is that character just shelved, written off, left in limbo, recast?
I mean, you
There's
have pretty interesting stories like the Tanimura situation. An actor passed away, and since the character had the image of the voice actor, they changed the model of the character to represent the new voice.
There's another example that it's still kind of a fresh wound in the voice acting community, but it bears repeating, or it bears stating, and Table probably will not be surprised that I'm about to bring this up. So, in Fighters, we have two different Brolys.
Super Broly and Classic Broly, yeah.
Yeah, we have Classic Broly from the old non-canon movies, and we have Canon Broly from the newest movie.
Right, Super
One
Broly.
voiced by Vic Mignogna, and one voiced by Johnny Young Bosch. Now, I'm not going to explain Vic's situation, because that's public knowledge at this point. Whether whatever is true in this case is irrelevant here. They didn't kick him off the cast for Fighters. This was something I learned myself, because me being a fan of Vic's work, I was curious, like, well, how are they going to handle his characters? They're not just going to fire him without him having a say in, like, who the character should go to. I think he requested Johnny take over a few. I think he was allowed to suggest somebody for a few characters.
Huh.
So he suggested Johnny to take over as Broly and Sabo from One Piece. And I think there's one other role left unaccounted for. And there's Rohan Kishigabe from JoJo.
Rohan.
He voiced him in Part 4, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the OVA, which did get an English dub. People were wondering, well, Vic's not in the industry anymore. Well, not officially. He's in fan project still, which is good, I guess, if you're into that. It's like I said, his situation's complicated. It's one of those believe it if you want to, or sort of thing. I'm not going to get into it here. It's not my place.
Okay.
But in the case of Rohan Kishigabe, they got his last name. I never know if I'm getting it right.
Well, at least for me, it's Kishibe.
Kishi. Thank you. It was Kishibe. But fucking. So, in the OVA dub, they get a sound-alike. I don't remember the actor's name, unfortunately, but this dude pretty much sounds one-to-one to Vic's Rohan. And like at first, I thought it was still Vic. I was like, wow, they actually let him come back. And then I learned, oh no, someone else. He sounds just as good though.
Huh.
And so this is the case where an actor is fired. Sometimes you'll just audition, like they'll just open up auditions for that character again. Like in the case of Broly, it wasn't exactly up for grabs because he requested, hey, I want this guy to do it because I feel he can do better. And since this new Broly is technically a different character, it would fit a newer actor. Because new Broly is still like what, 40? It matches like Goku and Vegeta's ages by like 5+ years.
Maybe. I don't
So
know.
easily he's in his 40s, like mid 40s. But Vic kind of sounds too old for Broly.
I mean,
Where he's like you got classic Broly who's all sinister. He's like, oh, is that another word for coffin? That was more Vegeta than Broly, but he sounds sinister and badass, like a devil. And then you have Super Broly, who
it's just
Just-
screaming.
a cinnamon roll, a sweet summer child. I would say Scrimblow Bimblow, but that'd be weird.
Nah.
He's just a confused man who has a love for fighting but doesn't like going out of control. Johnny fits that role perfectly because, well, his voice just matches this new Broly's design. Vic was good for classic Broly. Johnny is good for new Broly.
Huh.
So, another character, and I'm wondering how they will do this if this game gets dubbed. So, there is a Fullmetal Alchemist mobile game. And Vic was, of course, Edward Elric. That's his most iconic role. That's his favorite role, believe it or not. It doesn't surprise me. Parting with a role like that must have been gut-wrenching. Like, forget all the other shit that he's dealing with. He's losing a character that put him on the map. Technically, Vega put him on the map, because that was his first major role.
Wait, who?
Vega from Street Fighter.
Oh,
In one
what?
of the movies.
Oh. Please
Like,
tell me it
or,
wasn't
like-
the animated movie.
Yes.
Oh, that's the best Vega. Holy shit.
Yeah, he was really fucking good in that movie. He was also in, there's like 2 Gurren Lagann dubs. He was in one of the other ones. He was, I don't remember the character's name. All I know is that I think it wasn't Kamina. It was the blonde guy. I can't remember his name.
Oh, right, that guy. I remember who you're mentioning, but I don't remember the name. I know who you're talking about.
Wavil or some shit? I don't know.
I don't know.
can't
The
remember.
guy with 3 sisters. That's the point. Yeah, I know.
No, not that blonde guy. Other blonde guy.
The scientist?
No. He wears like a red. He wears like a red high collar bodysuit.
Oh, Viral! Viral! Yeah, Viral.
Vero. Yes,
yeah, Viral.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he voices him in an alt dub.
Ooh.
While I think it's either Funimation or Bang Zoom. I don't remember who did the official dub, but of course they have different people there.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes me wonder, who are they gonna get for the mobile game if they ever dub it? Are they gonna get the sound-alike who did Rohan? Are they gonna get someone new? Like, I'm genuinely curious, because I guarantee you the whole Brotherhood cast is coming back, minus Vic, of course, and maybe Troy Baker, because, you know, people kind of canceled him for the NFT thing, but that's not important.
Not anymore, at least.
And there's a few voice actors from Brotherhood, actually, that have not stayed in the industry.
Uh-huh.
At least I think. So, like, in the case of Troy Baker, like, he's still in the industry, but it's one of those cases where, oh, you can just get Matt Mercer, because they both sound alike. They are each other's sound-alikes. So that's, like, really funny. But I don't know, like, I've never thought about this. It's like when it's like how you said, a character passes away an actor who played a character passes, character's modeled after, they change the character to fit the new actor.
That's at least a tradition on Yakuza.
That's a tradition. Yeah, like a tradition in Japan is like if an actor dies and there's like a dub, like Phil didn't talk in Kingdom Hearts 3 at all because his Japanese actor passed, and so the English one didn't talk out of respect.
Part of the
didn't make
reason.
him talk.
Okay, so part of the reason why they had another like fourth protagonist on Yakuza 5 is because of that. There is a sub story that pops up once you complete the whole game 100%, which is the classic Amon fight you get at the end of every Yakuza game, and they tried to reach out Tanimura for that fight, since on the previous game all four of the protagonists show up to that fight, but since Tanimura wasn't there anymore, nobody could contact him. So that's part of the reason why he wasn't on the Yakuza 5 cast. Besides of the new story, of course, but yeah.
Yeah. I think there was a case with Judgment also, where the original actor who played Yagami, something went down with him, I think. I don't remember the whole detail. All I know is that they had to remodel Yagami's face to match the new Japanese actor, I think.
And since they did the same, since they did that for Judgment, they thought, well, why don't we do that with Yakuza 4 so we can
the Judgment thing was after that.
Yeah, but wait, after the remakes? The 3 new remakes from Yakuza 3 to 5? I don't believe it.
Well, those were remasters, not remakes.
Well, remastered, that's what I mean. Like,
semantics,
those
but
those
Judgment
came way after Judgment.
No.
Those came way after Judgment. I'm 100% sure.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, those did come after.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I remember they had to remodel Yagami's face.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think the dub actor had anything to do with it. I don't even think the dub actor was decided yet. Like, then again, I don't have all the insider knowledge. Hell, I barely have any basic insider knowledge. Just half the shit I know just comes from what I've researched.
Me too.
And there's a chance that I could be wrong. I've been proven wrong numerous times regarding my VO knowledge. So it's
the
like
internet. It's the internet. Of course you will find fake info.
I mean, yeah, if I'm proven wrong, I welcome it. Because it's like, it better educates me at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And possibly a lot more people.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it makes me wonder, like, this is like a standard practice in gaming and just media in general at this point. Like, we're getting to the point where actors can't come back because, well, COVID's still a thing.
Right.
Or, excuse me, Ligma. We should just call it Ligma.
No.
Like,
not for the easy joke.
No, because there's like a Okay, fuck it. Yeah, we'll just say COVID. But it's like, so that's still a thing. Some actors can't come back due to like damage from the virus, or they don't want to, risk getting it. Sometimes they'll just walk out. A story that I learned recently is there's this. It's kind of a controversial topic, so I'll make it brief.
Mm-hmm.
There's an Otome game.
Mm-hmm.
At least I think it's Otome. I don't know. So, the mutual friend I brought up earlier, who plays Gunvolt, officially, he voiced a character named Kiro. One of his friends got removed from the cast because apparently he said something about another place being a country, and since the game was hosted in that part of the world, they didn't agree with that, and so they removed him.
Huh.
And so a lot of voice actors basically removed themselves from the cast effective immediately and would not be returning as those characters unless they brought back this specific actor because he did nothing wrong, technically.
Huh.
Like, according to their view. So that's another instance where, and I'm probably not explaining it as well as I can.
I mean, it's
but
a controversial topic.
this gives
It's
me
fine.
paired.
It's fine.
Yeah. Well, I'm dancing around it because I don't want to anger any potential viewers of yours that are from that area of the world. So that's why I'm being very vague. But
Thank you.
it's
Just in
like,
case.
it's just that whole thing. Like, it didn't make that big of a walkout, but enough actors left that game to the point. Well, actually, I did say the character's name, I think. So if you know any Otome games with a character named Kiro, then congrats, you know what situation I'm talking about. Don't say where you learned it from, but
I don't know.
it's
any
like-
no, I don't know what a Tome is. So
it's like it's a game. It's a game genre, namely for women. But
kind of like
okay,
a
think of-
dating simulator.
all right, okay, think a dating sim, but not. I have a friend of mine who's like all about those. Okay, not all about them, but they're very knowledgeable
Huh.
in the genre. So like everything I know, I basically learned from them. I don't retain that knowledge as well, like tableness what I'm talking about. But I'll have to ask sometime, like, because it's interesting the things that they tell me about that genre. Like, it's a genre that I myself am not interested in, but when they talk about it, like interesting things, I'm just like, this is so. You think I wouldn't be interested, but I'm just enamored by this conversation because I'm just like, I have nothing to add. It's not my kind of genre, but I can't help but listen anyway. It's the same thing where it's like let's say me and you were talking like fighting games we both enjoy, and somebody else is there and they're like, I don't play fighting games, I don't know what to inject in this conversation. Well, nothing is stopping you from being like, hey, that character you described sounds pretty cool, and then you would explain the cool things like, oh yeah, this character is actually like a warlord, but he lost his memory and is now a good guy. It's like, oh, that's good, I guess. Yeah, and he's got a special move that basically like hurls you into space and you get your ass kicked into the moon. It's pretty cool. Oh, there's this other mob boss guy who never kills anyone, but he did smash this one dude's skull on a porta potty. That was pretty cool.
Oh.
It was
God.
a urinal actually. But I'm of course referencing Yakuza 0.
Yeah, you forgot the part that he drop kicked someone out of the second floor of a building.
Oh yeah, that was right before the urinal thing. That, actually,
Right
that
after.
Was the same. That was
Right
the
after.
same heat action. Actually,
Yeah, that was right
like,
after.
he smashes the dude on the urinal, drop kicks him out the window. Yeah. Kazuma Kiryu has never killed a man.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Yakuza, we did. I know last time we brought up Mark Hamill as Majima.
Yeah.
I remember that being like a highlight for you.
There is a guy that literally modded the voice lines through from the original Yakuza 1, like the
That
original
does not
English
surprise
stuff.
me. That does not surprise me one bit
But
because
since
like-
Majima Everywhere wasn't a thing back then, the original Japanese overlapped the like Mark Hamill lines in some areas.
God, the Majima Everywhere mechanic is so fucking weird.
I love that.
That was the thing in Kiwami 2, wasn't it?
It's on Kiwami 1 only. Kiwami 2 has a completely separate short story mode with Majima as a playable character.
Ah.
And that thing made me cry. Oh.
It made you cry
Mm.
like a little baby man.
God damn it, yeah. Whatever.
I want to talk. I literally said earlier that 4 games have made me cry.
Well, it's
I
kind of
want
the
to
same.
talk.
It's kind of the same quantity as me, since technically both Persona 4 and 3 did the same.
I mean, you witnessed me crying at like one of these games.
Hey Ace. What about Yakuza 7, the turn-based mechanic? Well, for what I know, they wanted to relegate the beat 'em up type of gameplay to the Judgment series, so that's why they wanted to like explore another type of gameplay for the Yakuza series itself. So that's why
Yeah.
we have Yakuza Like a
7
Dragon being an RPG.
Yeah, Like a Dragon is an RPG purely because they wanted to sort of... They wanted to test the waters and see if this is something they wanted to do. And Judgment being the beat 'em up just sounds like the next reasonable step.
I mean, they still need to like have the gameplay that made Yakuza in another place, because that's an iconic style of gameplay that the series is known for. So that's why they put it on Judgment.
Jen, real quick, check your general chat.
Cool.
Chikado just linked something.
Cool.
New DLC for KOF
Wait,
15.
wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
what the hell? Maximilian
Yeah.
was right. The fuck? He was fucking right. A fucking giant sword team, of course. Of course, it's fucking Sam Show.
I don't know who those other two are. Like on the.
Though those are Shingo and Kim Kapuan and Shingo Jibuki. Yeah. Holy shit.
What game are they from?
King of
Or are they
Fighters.
the original characters?
No, those are from King of Fighters. Kim is the one who practiced Taekwondo. Remember the guy with the really flowy pants.
Oh!
And Shingo is basically the #1 fan for Kyo. It's basically Dan Hibiki, but more lovable.
Oh! He's the joke guy!
Exactly!
Never mind, I do know him! Man, they made him look good!
Well, that's because he's on his training arc with Kyo's father now. That's the custom he has on one of the endings for KOF 15. So
Hell
they're
yeah.
bringing him back on that. Hell yeah!
Oh my god,
I will watch that trailer later. Holy shit!
Dude,
Kato got
that
fuck damn it. Okay, so first Garo and now this. Holy shit!
First Mark of the Wolves 2 and now this.
Fuck
God,
D3.
you were eating well tonight.
Woo!
Eating well tonight too. 'Cause fucking Garo, baby.
I mean, Nakaruru technically is a returning character from KOF 14, but Kaomaru and fucking Darling. Oh!
I know this is
Woo!
I know this is just SNK, but
Sorry for
hey,
the peeking.
Arxis, if you're listening, I would like a new Under Night, please. Thank you. Please.
I just want
And
Arc
a crosscode
System.
sequel. I would like that too. Thank you.
You know what's funny? Arc System Works made a Kill la Kill fighting game, right? And
I started to play that. I hear it's good.
Kill la Kill EF, yeah, it's a good take for Arc System Works trying to do an arena fighter. I like the
They
idea.
knocked it out of
but-
the fucking park.
I mean, yeah.
They just. I feel like you could give them any.
Don't give them Sailor Moon or Hokuto no Ken, because that was broken as fucking
Speaking.
fun.
Speaking of Arc System Works, I just remembered something. Do you remember that thing?
Which one of all?
Hang on. Let me scroll through my meme and photo dump because I saved a bunch of these.
Okay, so guest Sam Show characters on KOF. That's going to be funny. Because how do you adapt the two-shot kill mechanics from Sam Show into KOF 15? I mean, you got the assets. That's pretty much how these three get in, but the fuck. Also,
Alright, what's a good one that I
Tavish.
can read on stream here?
Hey Tavish, how's it going?
Hi, Tav.
Oh shit. And of course Rock's team starts. Oh man.
Oh, it was made in the stars.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell is the one that I wanted to read here? I can't find it. Did I not save it? Oh, found it. So we brought up ArcSys works. So it only makes sense that I give a classic battle opener line from them. One of my personal favorites. Don't disappoint your father. Put your hands up. The carbuncle ate itself. Concert 1. Eat shit.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about the round start generator. Yeah.
Yeah, we never did talk about when you wanted to do that on stream.
Yeah, that might be for the future. I don't know exactly when, but maybe we will do it.
Maybe
soon enough.
Sometime this month if you're free.
Yeah, usually the Saturdays I have free. I still need to reprogram with the video to start that Nuzlocke. I really want to start that someday.
Was it a Soul Link?
It was a Soul Link Nuzlocke. Yeah, that's why I'm reaching out to the video for that.
oh yeah. Speaking of challenge runs, have you ever done any challenge runs for a game besides that?
I tried a Nuzlocke one time for Pokemon Red, Fire Red, like the GBA version. But
Yeah.
challenge run. I did one thing for complete accident on Persona 4 on my first playthrough, which I just played with Izanagi, the first Persona you have. I just played it with him. The whole playthrough.
How far can you get with the first Persona?
Yeah, and I completed the game.
That's a common one.
Yeah, I completed the game on normal with.
Yeah, because I know there's friends of mine who have played Persona 5 and they've gone for the whole game of Arsene.
I mean, you can do that. You will not have the moves on Persona 4 that you may need, but you still have them.
Yeah, you're kind of handicapping yourself, but it's a nice challenge. The weirdest challenge run I've ever seen in a game, though, is... Let me use Mega Man as an example, because they have the weird ones.
Mm-hmm.
Where there's one where it's without getting hit. That's a pretty common one. Game Champs 3000 is a user who does a lot of those challenge runs.
Mm-hmm.
They basically... They have, Rockman 1 for 3, where it's how can you beat these games without getting hit? Yes, you can.
I mean,
It just takes long work and hard work and dedication, just a whole lot of it.
Yeah.
And
there are crazy runs, try to beat a Metal Slug game with just 1 quarter.
Yeah, 1 credit runs in arcade is another thing. I tried to do that with Power Battle last night, actually.
And?
It did not go well. See, now I make the mistake of choosing Proto-Man, because he's my favorite Mega Man character, from the classic line.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes more damage.
Because of the shield?
Yeah, so the funny thing about... So, the Power Battle, it plays like classic Mega Man, but it's structured like a fighting game.
Okay, real quick, I have an emergency right now going on. So I might need to end this stream right here. I'm really sorry for that. So, real quick, I want to remind people of the commands, like the TG and the GPL. which are the playlist and the guest socials for today. So thank you very much for being here, Midori. It was a really lovely time, but I really have to run right here. So
Yeah, no, like any emergency you have, you take care of that.
mhm.
And it was a pleasure being here. If you ever have any more stream ideas that you want me to help with, let me know.
for sure.
Oh my god, you actually made that in order.
Yeah, yeah, it is. And wait until you see the sub alert.
Uh-oh.
But I will show you that another time. Thank you for the follow, Ace. Thank you very much. So yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.
Later.